What's up, guys? So I have another Wi-Fi battle for y'all here. This time with a little bit of a different team, mostly the same. I know I replaced Salamence and I believe Pidgeot, and I replaced them with and Crawdon, and I replaced them with Lilligant, P.U.P, and Drapion. That's what it was. But anyways, I'm gonna get on to and start the battle. Hey, I think you guys can see me. Yeah, filming this during the day. So he's gonna lead out with his Talonflame, and I lead out with my Ambibomb, which I believe I've used a Ambibomb like this before on my channel. I'm not 100% sure, but it's very easily noticed what I mean by that. If it is, it's a fake out last resort Ambibomb. We're holding Silk Scarf, so it's that can absolutely wreck a lot of things that it doesn't resist. At least I thought he was gonna go for a fake out on this King Sand, but he doesn't for whatever reason. I guess he went for a power up punch, and I'm able to take him out with a last resort since I outspeed. So that's good. I didn't want to have to deal with that Kangaskhan. It was one of the threats I saw. But he is gonna go into his Trevenant since I cannot touch it with Ambibomb, which is a pretty good play. But I'll just switch into my Lilligant, which is my like Bella dancer, I guess you can say. Pretty much. He isn't toxic me, but I do carry a Lumberry on my Lilligant, and I go for the Teeter Dance to confuse it. One of 3 of her mini talents. Yeah, 1 of 3. He's gonna go for the Ingrain. I guess he was thinking he could thaw me out with the Toxic, but I'm gonna go for the Quiver Dance, which is her second talent of her 3. And I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna go for another, or he's gonna hit himself. I'm sorry, I get ahead of myself. But he is gonna be able to heal himself with the Ingrain. I go for another Quiver Dance so I can set up even more. So I'm at +2 in special attack, special defense, and speed. Excuse me. He is gonna go for the Toxic, and he doesn't hit himself, so that's unfortunate for me. So now I'm limited on how long I can use my Lilligant. So I am gonna get the Toxic poisoning, but I do go for my last, or her last skill, I guess it's skill, which is or her last dance, which is Petal Dance, like you've seen, which still did a lot of damage even though he resisted. His Citrus Berry does get him back into the green, but the Confuse also gets him back down, but Ingrain, so you know, a whole bunch of stuff. And he's gonna get his Citrus Berry harvested back. He's gonna switch into his Shuckle. I guess he was thinking that he could tank it up. But Lilligant has an extremely high special attack stat. Plus I have 2 boosts. So I'm gonna be able to one-hit KO this Shuckle, getting it out of here. I didn't want to have to deal with that either. He's gonna go back into his Talonflame, which is actually pretty weird. It's a Life Orb set. And he goes Acrobatics. Oh god. But I think he's a Life Orb set. Yes, he is. But he has a weird set because of Acrobatics and another move. But he is able to take me out with the critical, but I don't think it mattered. He goes for a Flamethrower, which is the weird part of the set, along with Acrobatics. But I use these turns to set up my stockpiles, making Garbodor that defensive tank you guys know him as, or at least mine. He's gonna go into his Gallade here, and I'm gonna go for another stockpile because I already had one. I wasn't too afraid of the Gallade. But he is actually double switching, and he's gonna go into his Garchomp now. I don't know what he was thinking I was gonna go for on the Garbodor, or I mean on his Gallade, or if he just accidentally switched or not. But I'm gonna go for the Toxic on the Garchomp. as he goes for the earthquake. I was pretty sure I was gonna live it, which I do, and activates my citrus berry to bring me back into the green. Or did it bring me to? No, it did not. And I go for the infestation. So now I have my toxic infestations, or the toxic infestation on him. That way he can get damaged pretty badly. But he is rough skinned and carries a rocky helmet, so that took off a big chunk of my health. I did not expect him to be rocky helmet as well. So I'm gonna switch out and go into my Ace-Ligor, which I was pretty sure was gonna be able to take live a earthquake. Oh my god. Which I am able to. And I knew I was gonna outspeed because Ace-Ligor is extremely fast. So I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain with my Ace-Ligor, bringing me some health back and getting him really far down in his health. Almost gonna die, but he does go for a Rock Tomb and hits, so it's able to take out my Ace-Ligor without a problem. But he does die from the toxic poisoning, so that's another threat out of the way that I don't have to deal with. And I can go back into my Garbodor. He's gonna come into his Glade, which I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to take anything from it because I didn't have any stockpiles up, and I was expecting a Psycho Cut. But he goes for a Power Up Punch, I guess, to get some damage off. I guess he thought it was gonna kill, but it doesn't because Garbodor is just amazing. I go for the Recycle to get my the check signal berry to get my citrus berry back. If you go for a Leaf Blade, I don't see why he would have went for a Leaf Blade. He was better off just going for Power Up Punches to plus up his attack stat, which he could have did, but for some reason he did it. But the Leaf Blade does absolutely nothing. And he goes for a Shadow Ball, so he has a lot of weird sets on his Pokemon. But I'm continuing to go for the Recycles to get my health up because I know if I go for anything else, if I go for a stockpile, I'm going to be able to get taken out because I am not faster than the Glade. Because Garbodor is extremely slow. So he's going to continue to spam the Shadow Balls because it's doing a pretty good amount of damage. Not doing great damage, but it is doing good enough to where if he hits 2 of them without me recycling, I will go down. My Garbodor will go down. So I'm pretty much just recycle stalling right now for that Toxic to kill. As he continues to go for the Shadow Ball to try and take me out, getting me in the red. So there goes the citrus. Back to yellow. As he's dying, he's dying decently fast. He's dying fast enough. As he's gonna keep going for the Leaf Blade, and I might run out of time. But anyways, I go for the Citrus Berry. So I am back in the green now because of that Leaf Blade. I don't know what he was thinking going for the Leaf Blade. And I see he's about to die already, so I'm gonna go for the stockpile. I see an opportunity to get a stockpile up, so that's what. So I'll go for that. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. As he dies from the toxic poisoning. Alright guys, I'm sorry about that. My camera actually died on me. So it's a little it's gonna be off maybe now because I did start recording at a different time and the screen might have moved and everything. But anyways, I did take out the Glade with the toxic poisoning as he comes into his Talonflame with that flamethrower, which is doing a lot of damage actually. I went for the recycle thing. Okay, I just need to wait for an opportunity and I might be able to let him die or kill himself with those life orb damages. But he is gonna get a critical hit, which so mattered on Garbodor because I was living with about 2 HP, 3 HP, somewhere right there, I don't remember. And I should have still been able to live. But I do go into my Survivor as he goes for a flamethrower on my Survivor. And I go for a coil to set up to get a little setup on my Survivor, and Coil is just like Quiver Dance. It's an excellent move. Like, you can't go wrong with it. It has it. Just not a lot of the pokers have it. But I am gonna get my leftovers up, and I was just hoping that he would not get a burn, and I am so fortunate enough for him not to, and I'm gonna be able to take him out with a poison jab, or a critical actually. I was glad he didn't get a critical hit either, but I am able to take him out with that poison jab as I get my lefties up, bringing me back into yellow, as he's gonna go into his last Pokemon, which is the Trevenant. I think that's how you say it. That's how I say it. But anyways, he's gonna go for a poison. I'm gonna go for a poison jab, and he's not gonna be able to live that. So down goes the Trevenant, and that would end our battle. So actually, my camera died not even maybe a minute after. But anyways, guys, actually, yeah, never mind. I'll do that in an update video. But anyways, guys, if you liked the video, leave a like, comment down below, because I love reading you guys' comments, and subscribe if you want to see more. So until next time, peace.